Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Seattle Sounders FC versus Inter Miami CF Leagues Cup 2025 final. We have a final. Galaxy won the third place. Orlando finished fourth. And now we have Miami versus Seattle looking to win this trophy. They're both going to CONCACAF, and we know LA's going with them. The question is, who's winning the trophy? Who's getting the round of 16 berth to the Champions Cup? And who's going to be the one to play the prelim tie? At least until maybe they do something in the playoffs. Either way, or win the MLS Cup if either of these teams do, which is possible. But we will see. Be very interesting to see where this goes. We have 90 minutes and maybe even penalties to decide a champion. Will Miami find a way to win? Or will Seattle lord over them like they've lorded over everybody else during this tournament? Except Puebla, I guess. Other than that, we'll find out. Starting 11, or here we go. Seattle Sounders FC contra Inter Miami CF en la Leagues Cup Final. Campeón. Ganador es campeón de la Leagues Cup. Subcampeón en la CONCACAF. With that being said, starting 11s are as follows for Seattle Sounders. In goal, we have Andrew Thomas. The back four, Reed Baker Whiting. We have Jackson Reagan, Yamar, and Alex Roldan. For the midfield two, we have Obed Vargas, Christian Roldan. The midfield three of Pedro de la Vega, Jesus Ferreira, Paul Rothrock, and Oseis de Rosario up top. For Inter Miami, we have Oscar Ustadi. The back four of Ian Fry, Maxi Falcon, Gonzalo Lujan, and Jordi Alba. For the midfield four, we have Rodrigo de Paul, Yannick Bright, Sergio Busquets, Tadeo Allende, and up top we have Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez up top for Miami. So it'll be interesting to see how the match goes. 90 minutes to a champion, maybe even but we'll see how the rest of it goes. We will begin a final very, very soon. 90 minutes, boys. 90 minutes. Seattle Sounders, we will begin. Seattle Sounders playing Miami in the final. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. We will begin very, very soon. Seattle wearing their pink, or Miami wearing their pink, Seattle wearing their home green at CenturyLink Field. CenturyLink Field. The Seattle Sounders have won many trophies here. Thank you, Dillon. Thank you. It's a final. We have to. Zivin and Twelman calling it if you're listening to them. If not, well, you got me, which is honestly better. With that being said, 90 minutes to see who wins this trophy. A month long of crazy Mexico versus MLS matchups. A semifinal full of 4 MLS teams. A pretty good third place team or game. And now we have hopefully a good final. Hopefully a good final. Here we go. Starting 11s are as follows for Seattle. Andrew Thomas. The back four of Reed Baker Whiting, Reagan, Yamar, Alex Roldan. Christian Roldan, Obed Vargas, defensive midfield players. Attacking midfield, Pedro de la Vega, Jesus Ferreira, Paul Rothrock, and up top, Oseis de Rosario. Lovely. Then Miami's starting 11. They got the stage out already. Oscar Ustadi for Miami. The back four of Alba, Falcon, Lujan, Fry. Midfield 2 of Busquets and Bright. Allende, Messi, DePaul. And up top is Suarez, all alone. He's okay. The lone number 9. No front 3. Well, at least on paper. I'm sure it's gonna look more like a front 3, but all things considered. Either way, we go again. We begin. Pedro de la Vega, the player to watch for Seattle. He scored 3 goals during the League's Cup. Miami's player to watch will probably be Messi. I know Miami will win against the Sounders. I believe they will too, but not because they're the best team. It's more because bullshit, probably. And the player to watch for Miami is Lionel Messi. 12 career League's Cup goals. Second all time. Second most all time. Who has more then is the question. Messi, scored a goal every game in League's Cup 2023? Scored a couple this year. He played there. He did not play in League's Cup last year because it was after Copa, so that's 2 years. He scored in all 7 games in 23. Multiple goals in a couple, yeah. But either way. Here we go. How to watch in India. I'm not, probably Apple TV, but if you don't have that, well, unless you have a way to watch TUDNA, you're probably out of luck. You're probably out of luck. Waiting for the game to start. Maybe that's Vilsant. You don't know. I say Vilsant could be. I didn't say it was locked on, but I said Vilsant could be that guy. I mean, he's shown good signs of it. Didn't say he was an exact comp, but, I could see it. I could see it being Vilsant. Well, with that being said, waiting for this game to start. He's got the build, funny enough. Yeah, I was saying that, but also I think he has the type of play style to fit that as well. As long as he's scoring goals, does it exactly matter if he has the exact play style? I don't think so, but he could be. I mean, the amount of times he's played with TFC and he's just caused absolute carnage in the opposition's box. Yeah, I think definitely could be. Mascherano and Schmetzer are enjoying a conversation before this game starts. That's interesting. Seattle's using a 4-2-3-1. Miami's using a 4-2-3-1 as well, at least if you go by season pass. But Messi is playing. Messi's playing. Suarez is playing. DePaul, Allende, Busquets. Alba, they're all playing. You know what? The suit jacket with the polo shirt looks pretty good, though. Am I right? I'm glad I tested this out. I won't lie. Wearing a full suit during the summer sounds like a dumbass idea. I will say so. Then again, depends on what MLS city it is, but suit jacket with the polo shirt and the khaki pants, that feels like a good idea to me. Oh, won't you look at that? Alexander Isak to Liverpool. I'm not surprised. A performance before this game starts. They didn't do this before. I guess they had to put it on TV. Nobody asked for this. The jerseys say Messi for Miami. Let's see if it says anybody for Seattle. No, it doesn't. Of course they don't. Of course they don't. Why wouldn't they? Yep. Yeah, but my point is, I mean, this kind of looks like a summertime manager look. Like, league match doesn't mean that much, but you wanted to dress up anyway, or it ain't, I don't know. But it kind of looks like something you could wear for a league match that doesn't matter so much. Or maybe a Can Champ semifinal. I don't know. Middle of the summer Can Champ semifinal. I think maybe it would have to be black, white, or navy blue. But if I could get away with a red one with a jacket, like a black jacket, that would be A-okay. That'd be A-okay. Either way, that's all I'm saying. I mean, I like dressing up, but sometimes the suit's too much. Sometimes the suit's too much. Sometimes it's not redneck business casual. It's not a suit, but it's down the middle. It's there. It works. It works. And they're walking out. Honestly, a red polo shirt would probably work with a black jacket, yeah? And ironically enough, maybe if I had a tan jacket, it might work there as well. I don't know. I don't know. They're walking out. Long walk. A long walk. Maybe that's the problem with wearing or playing at a freaking NFL stadium, but also on turf. That's not my problem, but I mean, would you count You Belong With Me as country for? Our Song is pretty good from that era. Teardrops on My Guitar. If you count You Belong With Me as country, yeah. It was during that era, but it was kind of poppy. I don't know if I'd say it was country, but yeah. I'd count it. But either way. Seattle, let's see if they win another trophy. Seattle might just be back, or can Miami win their second Leagues Cup in 3 years? because they won in 23. They lost in 24. No Messi. That's helpful. And that was a Columbus year. And now Miami's back in the final. Sadly enough, for Miami, this ain't as easy as Nashville. But they did win their first one on the road. Nashville didn't end up that easily, but, you know. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, I guess You Belong With Me then. Love Story's a good song, too, though. Yeah, I almost forgot, yeah. Oh, won't you look at that? Santi Jimenez might go to Roma. What? They're going to swap out Dubvik for Santi Jimenez. That's horrible for AC Milan. I'm not saying for Roma, but well, my point is this. Miami beat Nashville. Miami on paper was better, but yeah, there was a hell of a fight and it went to penalties. My point is Seattle's a known quantity. People still respect Seattle like they are back, but people still respect Seattle like, hey, they won the CONCACAF Champions Cup. But now they're back. I think Seattle's actually a contender now. I think they're truly back. If you actually watch the Club World Cup with how good they fought and then they played at Leagues Cup, I think they're actually back. I think Seattle's back. I'm not disrespecting. I wasn't trying to disrespect Nashville, but I was trying to give Seattle their respect as well, weirdly. Like, I think everybody was like, yeah, Miami's beating Nashville. I've heard 50-50. Roma. Swap deal to Roma. Those are loud boos waiting to happen. For who exactly? For who exactly? I'm just making a point. That's all I was saying. Jimenez. Well, I mean, they're pushing him out the door. It's not like he wanted to go. It's not like he forced the move. Also, when it's a swap deal, isn't there sort of an understanding that you basically got told to screw off? Like, a swap deal's different to me. Like, if you got swapped out for somebody or traded, that's basically being told to F off. Juan Gabriel Calderon's the center ref tonight. That's basically getting told to F off is a swap deal. I don't know if they'll be so hard on him, really. Eric Miranda's the VAR referee. And it's not like it's Inter Milan. It's just Roma. If it was Juventus, maybe. But it's Roma. Fair enough, but still. Messi, 33 games in club finals, 33 goals, 13 assists. How about international finals? I think they're cherry picking a bit. I mean, he had a good club or a good World Cup final, but I think they're cherry picking a bit with club finals. Why are Man City playing so bad? They have weaknesses, and their weaknesses are bending them over a table, is what I say. Told you Fabian Ertzler was a good coach. What'd I say? No, I don't. Sometimes maybe, but not all the time. Sometimes the match is actually good. Sometimes the match is actually good. Sometimes I can't just like read the comments and make it run that way. I feel like they'll meet each other earlier if they play. Semifinal, yes. Final, that seems like an absolute. If they get drawn on opposite sides, sure. Yeah, it could be. I could see it. But let's see where they get drawn. We'll find that out in December. Because Seattle had the most points in MLS out of the 4 teams who made the semifinal. So basically, Seattle got the final because of their performance during the league phase, and then the fact they made the final. Miami hosted all their games because they played Mexican teams, and second of all, they won the Shield. But they did not have the same amount of points as Seattle. Seattle had more points than them in 3 games. I think it's kind of bullshit, but, you know, I think it should be based off of the Leagues Cup standings or the Leagues Cup ranking and not the top 4. But I guess if you're the number 1 seed of each conference or whatever, then again, maybe that was just an MLS thing. I'm not sure. And we're off. But the last time Miami won the whole thing, they were away. So let's see what they do. And we're off. 0-0. Settle. Yes, exactly. Exactly. They didn't even play a team that they would have had to go somewhere else for. I'm wearing a polo shirt with a jacket. It's not a complete suit, but it's something. It is dressed up. Just wearing a polo shirt with a suit jacket, it counts. Ish. Counts as dressed up for sure. It's even better than redneck business casual. It's just regular business casual, if not a little bit better. 0-0. But do that what you will. 0-0. Settle. First minute. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, they're at home, but that's a harsh take. That's a harsh take. I don't think it's an embarrassment if the Sounders lose. Miami's Miami. Like, yeah, Seattle is a contender. I didn't say they were the best team in the league. You know, I didn't say they were the best team in the league. I said they're a contender to win things. They're getting back to where they once were after a little bit of a swoon. Miami on paper is still Miami. Over. Free kick. Over. Trying to Florida-Georgia line sometimes. I mean, I like Jason Aldean. I like Florida-Georgia line. Playing forward. Sam Hunt. There we go. Yeah, Sam Hunt. Overrated. Annoying as hell. He has some good songs, though, but mostly overrated. Shot saved by Ustadi. Under Ryan Upchurch. He's under. Give that man some respect. He's a freaking genius. I mean, country hip-hop artist, but he does some rock, does some country metal. Anything, really. That man's talented, Upchurch. That man is talented. He might be a nut job. I don't think so, but some people say. Some people say he's a nut job. I don't, but dude's a genius. Sometimes the genius ones are the ones who are a little bit. Here's the thing. When you're a genius and talented and artistic, you definitely have some going on up there. So if you're called a if you're called insane or a nut job because you're genius, well, I think that's an absolute, honestly, I think that's, what's the word? Compliment. 4 minutes in. Yeah, Waylon Jennings. Perfectly. No, I don't have HBO Max right now, so no, I can't. Playing forward, shot wide, 418. Damn it. I don't think they've played each other before. I can't remember. Playing forward. That's out for a throw for Miami. John Cena beat Logan Paul, I know. I know Becky helped Seth. I know. Just because I didn't watch the show don't mean I don't know. Of course she helped him. Playing forward. Goes down, no free kick. I'm still glad Cena beat him. Miami has the ball. 6 minutes in. I heard the Cena-Paul match was good, though. Allende, I don't exactly. Do you think Logan Paul should have won the match? Hell no. Hell no. No. John Cena losing to Logan Paul, I would have puked. If they... Honestly, frankly, John, there's better younger talent he could put over that I'd be okay with. Logan's a jackass. Amazing in the ring, but he's as a human being, he's a piece of shit. So, one, John's my guy. Second of all, just because of who Logan Paul is as a person, hell no. Hell no. I'd rather John Cena put over Austin Theory again. But either way. Yeah, I mean, who the hell... Well, my question is who the hell did he think he was asking? Like, do you think John should have put over Logan? Yeah, who the hell did you think you were asking? Of course I'm biased towards John Cena. I always will be. Who the hell did you think you were asking? Because it's gotten weaker and weaker over the years because he's getting older and older. They started doing that back in like 2017. Cross in. Like you had to hit like 3 FUs to beat somebody or hit a super one to beat somebody. They started doing that stuff in 2017. I wish LA Knight was a champion. 8 minutes in, 0-0. Would be nice to see LA Knight be world champion, yes. See, well, he's not young, but he's a mid-carder. I'd love to see John put over LA Knight. I would love to see that. See, he's not young. He's like, 38? But technically, in the words WWE, he's a mid-carder, so I'd love to see John put over LA Knight. I hope so. If it doesn't happen now, it ain't ever going to happen. I want to see AJ come back. 9th minute. If it don't happen now, it ain't happening. So this is the perfect way to bring her back. So if it ain't happening now, playing forward. The sad part is if AJ couldn't come back, AJ Lee couldn't come back. The sad part is Roxanne Perez is a heel. Because if it ain't AJ, I wish Roxanne Perez would team with Punk to go against Seth and Becky. Just for the memes, you know? Just for the memes. But sadly, Roxanne Perez is a heel, so. But honestly, though, damn can Roxanne Perez act. She's a damn good heel. I did not expect that at all. Like, she's a damn good actress. I can tell you that. She might be in Hollywood at some point. Wouldn't shock me. Cross in for Miami. Playing forward. Coca-Cola, duh. Coca-Cola, duh. Eleven minutes in. 11 minutes in, 0-0, settle. Seattle's had some good moments and Miami's had some good moments. And that's going to be out for a corner for Miami. I feel like that's going to happen. Because I feel like that's the plan. Even though I'd love to see Sami Zayn be a world champion. And some people think that Sami Zayn's going to get a world title moment at Mania next year, which I would not complain about. I would be very happy. Hey, if these dumbass fans made Jey Uso win the World Heavyweight Championship, let me have Sami Zayn. Let me have Sami Zayn get a world title reign. You can complain all you want, but let me have this. Just one, please, just one. Hey, if Jey Uso gets one, Sami Zayn should get one. I don't make the rules. I had to sit through Jey Uso's dumb ass. And you did too. And let's be totally honest. You know who made the bloodline really get over? It was starting to spin its wheels till Sami Zayn came around. Sami Zayn took the bloodline to a new level. I'm sorry. I don't think that's biased. I just think that's true, but I don't know. Either way. Because Sami is supposed to be an underdog, but he's winning all his matches. Man, they're turning on Sami before he even wins the world title. Oh, look, Eddie Vedder's at the game. Eddie Vedder's at the Sounders Miami game. That's cool. Hey, they've compared like 5 people to Hogan at this point. They call Becky Hogan. Which, honestly, if there's anybody to compare to Hogan, it would be Becky. I don't know what Sammy did to get that comparison at all. But either way. I mean, I heard the case from other people, but I don't. Maybe he actually is going to get a world title shot. Honestly, I know I saw Isak's going to Liverpool. I know. 14 minutes in. I know. 0-0. Settle. Playing forward. Messi drops back deep to midfield. Like, that's a good sign. No foul. 15 minutes in, 0-0. Seattle's had a good start, but Miami, they both look even to me. How we doing, Rory? How we doing? They both look even to me. 6-7, 6-7. Shit. Save by Ustadi. Damn it. Notre Dame's losing to Miami. Damn it. Played so well versus Minnesota tonight. You mean last night? There's only one MLS game tonight. Actual MLS game, I should say. Of course, there's 2 Leagues Cup games, but... Well, Miami, because it's good for my views, even though I'm rooting for Miami for my views. I want Portland to actually win. I actually want Portland to win. St. Louis ain't making it either, so Miami for my views, my view numbers, and Portland because I actually want them to win. And other than that, yeah, that's about right. Portland because I actually want them to win, and Miami for my views. So there you go. That's about the way I see it. 17 minutes in. Playing forwards Miami. 17 minutes in. Miami's second Leagues Cup final appearance in 3 seasons. No, I don't. Are we really starting this shit again? I thought this gaslighting was over. 18th minute. No. Playing forward. I said against Toluca. I said they had no chance against Toluca. They never got that far. I said they had no chance against Toluca. Toluca didn't get that far. And I still stand by that. If Toluca played Miami, Toluca would have ripped Miami to shreds. I still stand by it. They never played each other. Talk about the Hurricanes. Oh. Well, it's not my... Well, I'm not freaking Josh Pate, so I don't give a shit about anything that isn't SEC or Notre Dame. Or I don't focus in on it that much. Which, I mean, that's the way college football should be looked at. It's the SEC and nobody else unless you're Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame still might bottle it. But hey, at least they're losing to Miami instead of NIU. Here's a chance for Miami. Blocked. That's out for a corner for Miami. 20 minutes in. I don't look at tank conference. Like, corner. Maybe Notre Dame needs to rebuild a little bit. So do that what you will. Hey, but Ohio State won that good. They won, but they were barely the same yesterday either. So, you know. Called by Thomas. That'll be a goal kick. 0-0. Settle a settle. If we're being honest. If we're being honest, both Ohio State and Notre Dame have not looked good when they've played over the past couple of days. Texas just looked worse than Ohio State. But I guess Miami Hurricanes are actually a good team. #21 minute. #21 minute, 0-0. That's out for a throw-in for Miami. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Miami are 9-2-3 since the Club World Cup. They had a really good Club World Cup. While he's on the bench, why would he have his phone with him? He's back on the bench. Well, I mean, he could have his phone in his pocket, but, you know, it is 2025, but he'll have to use it if he gets sent off this time, I'm sure. Out for a throw-in. Seattle throw-in. Miami's had more possession than Seattle. Okay. #24 minute. Hey, Galaxy won. Couldn't see the game, though. Yep, Galaxy's going to CONCACAF next year, which is good. 24th minute. At least one good thing happened. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Mississippi State won yesterday. TFC drew and knocked Montreal out of the playoffs yesterday, so we'll take that. Galaxy won third place. Sadly enough, Lando Norris lost the Formula One Grand Prix and probably lost the championship because of the engine failure. He has a slight chance of getting it all the way back, but, you know, damn it. Oscar Piastri, world driver champion, of course. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, yeah, by the way, all three of my favorite drivers all went out with a DNF during the Grand Prix this morning. Lewis Hamilton crashed out. Charles Leclerc crashed out. Lando Norris, engine failure. That's horrible. That's a horrible ending. That sucked, frankly. Ferrari didn't shock me too much. That's just Ferrari shit. Playing forward, Seattle has the ball. Ferreira plays it through. Ball crossed in. And it's Diro Jr. Ose's Di Rosario scores a header off the cross. And it's 1-0 Seattle. Ose's Di Rosario, Diro Jr. 1-0, 1-0. '25th minute. Against the run of play, really, as well. Really, against the run of play as well. Ose's Di Rosario scores. Ball crossed in, header, boom. What a pass. Ball crossed in by Alex Roldan. Ose's Di Rosario on the header. And it's 1-0 Seattle. D-Row Jr. gets the goal. You love to see it. If Seattle's going to win, I'll take it that way. I'll accept it if D-Row Jr. scores the winning goal. Right now, that's what it would be. I do kind of like their third kit, Seattle. I do. Maybe a decent Di Rosario. Or Ose's Di Rosario. Sounders third kit, maybe? Maybe. We'll see. 27th minute. Let's get him to TFC already. Oh, I'd love to see that happen. Trust me. It's not my freaking prerogative, though. Or I should say, it's not up to me. If it was up to me, no. He would. I'd say he would be, but, you know. I have no idea. They let him go to York United, and then he got signed to Seattle from there. But hey, you know what I think is fair? They stole Rothrock from us. Or I should say, Rothrock was from Seattle. He got drafted by Toronto and played well there, at least TFC 2, and should have got called up to TFC. But he got to go back home to Seattle. In my opinion, Toronto should do the exact opposite. Diro Jr. is from Toronto. Playing forward. Suarez plays it through in the box, and they're trying to get a freaking handball like it's nobody's business. Diro Jr. should be brought to Toronto like they took Rothrock. Rothrock's from Seattle, so it's not weird that he's there, but I feel like that's fair. If I'm being honest, I'd rather have Diro Osei's D-Row, Vilsant, and DeAndre than Brynhildsen anywhere near the team. And what if they got rid of DeAndre? Well, I wouldn't complain about it that much. I still feel like Vilsant, Osei's are better, but either way, I know. Playing forward, Ian Fry. Ian Fry loses the ball, but that's out for a corner. 30th minute. I mean, if they keep Robin Fraser, yeah, he ain't going anywhere. Yeah, if Toronto keeps Robin Fraser, he ain't going anywhere. You're right. They call the Pirate. He is. He's coming to Toronto. Problem is, I'm not stupid. Huh? 30th minute. Nice. I'm glad. Corner for Miami, and there's a player down hurt because, of course. Corner. Let's see. Cross in. Header. Header. Shot. Blocked away, and that'll be a free kick the other way. That was a... I was saying I'm not stupid, unlike the front office. That's what I was saying. Honestly, yeah, look at the Atlanta game. And then look at every other game since around that. Frankly, I'd rather lose 4-3 or 5-4 than play for a 0-0 and then get a 1-1 draw. If they call the Pirate, we're going to find out if the defense is actually good or if it's because he sets them up to go for a 0-0. And then if they get scored on, they go for a goal. They try to get one. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. If the defense is actually good. The defense is actually good. Or if he just, it's actually him setting him up to go for a 0-0. I think the problem with the defense is the fact that they have to be perfect just for us to somehow win. It's like the Blue Jays bullpen recently, right? If the bats aren't on, the bullpen has to be perfect and the starters playing forward. And you can say that's a baseball thing, but the Blue Jays should be honestly better than they are, frankly. The Blue Jays bullpen, if the Blue Jays bats are on, they could screw up a little bit. Jeff Hoffman screwing up ain't as bad, you know? If the Blue Jays bats are off, their bullpen and starters have to be absolutely perfect. Look at the first two games against the Brewers. Look at today. The bats were on. Jeff Hoffman came out and gave up a double to Jackson Churio, and they still won 8-4. You know? My point is, the more you can be comfortable, it helps. It's funny. Jeff Hoffman's better when he has a 4-run lead than a tie game because he knows he has some room for error to win the game, to finish the game off. It's all about the pressure. It's all about, hey, we got to be perfect to help them win because they can't do shit on their own. See, that's why I say I'd rather lose a game 5-4 or win one 5-4 than draw 1-1 or 0-0. At least if you're scoring goals, in theory, a defense like Toronto's, we might have a little bit of a worse goals against record, but we'll have a better goal differential because we're scoring goals. And say we lose a couple of games there that are 5-4, so damn be it, right? At least we tried. At least our defense had room for error. And they really fucked up, but you can't blame the offense for being lethargic. You can either blame the tactics or blame the defense. Then you have a point. But either way, 34th minute. Nice. But either way. Can't be worse. Part of the problem is they try to walk the damn ball in. Free kick for Seattle. 35th minute. Cross in. Header. See, also, teams who have horrible offenses, what I don't get is they really love to walk the ball in. I don't really get it. 1-0. Again, maybe it's a belief thing. I don't know. Corner, 36th minute. Cross in. Hey, worst comes to worst, when you lose 5-4 because you have your offense that at least works. I'd rather have a working offense and a horrible defense than a pretty good defense and an absolute impotent offense. But that's just me. At least if you have a good offense and a bad defense, at least the games are going to be fun. Even if you lose, they're going to be fun. And then you could be like, hey, get me some good defenders and we'll be good. It ain't my fault. These are the jackasses you gave me. And you didn't make any defensive moves. These are the jackasses you gave me. I can't do a complete miracle. I made the offense actually work. I can't do a complete miracle. These jackasses don't know what they're doing. Give me some actual good defenders. Then we'll win every game. If you have fun losses, I think you get away with it a little bit more. If your losses are fun and enjoyable to watch, you might get away with it a little bit more. All I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. Not this year, no. They had to win last night. They had to win out from last night on to even have a chance. They're not going to make it, even if they won out from here. They do play Columbus, like, what, next month? At least at home, but they play Columbus, so. Probably not. 38th minute, probably not. At least we knocked Montreal out before we got knocked out. So, we'll take it. We'll take it. Playing forward, 38th minute. Playing forward, Agende drops the ball back. Messi still gets played through. Miami. .38th minute. .39th minute. 1-0, 1-0. Seattle leads. Playing forward. Busquets. Playing forward, headed away. Seattle defense is very solid. Very solid. Playing forward. Messi does not get to the ball. That's weird. 39th minute. Playing forward. Ooh. Lucky Ustadi. Ball shot. Oh, off the post and into his back, and he covers it. Yeah, that was lucky. But sometimes you just got to take the shot. See, that's my point. Sometimes you just got to take the shot. That's all I'm saying. '40th minute, playing forward. Maybe. Maybe. For the fact, like, if I want good views on my channel, Miami. I actually want them to win because my team is out, Portland. Other teams could actually make the playoffs. Yeah, if they go for players, they probably won't be a bad team. Well, it's more. Well, also replace Fraser. But if they had somebody who actually knows what the hell they're thinking or who the hell they should actually sign, and they go into the transfer market and sign players, then yeah, no, we'll be fine. '42nd minute. Fair enough. 1-0. Brought down. Messi. Thank you, Dillon. Playing forward is Messi, and he's down. No free kick? Miami's pissed, man. This is like the opposite of Miami bullshit. This is the opposite of Miami bullshit. Seattle's actually playing a pretty clean game. Now that's a free kick. Yeah, you can't really. 42 minutes, 1-0, 1-0. This kind of slightly reminds me of the Toronto versus Seattle 2019 MLS Cup final, except the fact that Seattle finally got their goal before the second half. Kind of reminds me of that. Slightly. 43rd minute. Messi takes a shot over the bar. Goal kick for Thomas. Kind of similar. Playing forward. De La Vega. De La Vega plays it across. Cross in header. Punched away by Ustadi. Just kicked out enough, and Miami can flick it forward. They do. And Miami have a chance to break. DePaul crosses. Cross into the top of the box, headed away for a corner. 44th minute. Alba, 45th minute. How much stoppage time? Well, it also depends on the context of the Seattle win. If it's like this, they could still win the cup. Well, you would hope. They get closer than they did last year. Miami, you would think. You would hope. Playing forward. Bright. 45th minute. 1 minute of stoppage time. That's it. Okay. 1-0. 1 minute of stoppage time. 1-0. Over the top. Out for a goal kick. That's going to do it for the half, I bet. Goal kick for Andrew Thomas. Seattle to kick it away. Should be the last kick of the half, unless some crazy stuff happens, but I would say this will probably do it. And headed down, Ustadi to pick it up on the other end. Quickly releases it, but there ain't enough time for them to pick anything up. Going down the wing, Falcon plays it back. That should be the last. Referee calls halftime. It is 1-0 for the Seattle Sounders. 45 minutes down. Ose's Di Rosario with a header goal, assisted by Alex Roldan, 25th minute. Off the break, off against the run of play, means Seattle has the lead after 45 minutes. With that being said, 0-1, settle with uno. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Seattle leads. Let's see where this game goes. 45 more minutes, and if it gets tied, possible penalties. Probably what Miami's hoping for, I won't lie. With that being said, sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats at the half. We got 33% possession to 67% possession. 6 shots to 4. 3 shots on goal to 0. 107 accurate passes to 248. 79% pass accuracy to 86. 6 fouls to 7. 3 corners to 4. 6 shots to 4. We have 2 shots off target to 1. 3 shots on goal to 0. Have 136 pass to 290. 79% pass accuracy to 86. We have 5 throws to 14, 0 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0. We have 1-0, 1-0 middle tiempo, 1-0 at the half for the Seattle Sounders. Miami is dominating the possession. They are not dominating the game. This kind of reminds me to a slight extent of Toronto FC versus Seattle Sounders, MLS Cup 2019. That's what this kind of reminds me of, to a certain extent. This game reminds me of that because Miami looks like the better team. With that being said, Seattle's been solid. They've played well. They got the goal against the run of play, but Miami has had the possession. But other than that, I still think Seattle's slightly the better team. I think the way they play today, this is exactly a final winning game. I've seen this before. MLS Cup 2019. Toronto, honestly, you could say that they were definitely better than Seattle until the goals started going in against them. And even then, 3-1 definitely didn't tell the story of that game. Right now, 1-0 kind of does tell the story of this game for Seattle and Miami. But Miami has not been as clinical or as well worked as Seattle are. Seattle, of course, have got one against the run of play, but their chances have been more against the run of play, but strong, dangerous chances. Miami, they've put chances on just like Toronto did in 19, but nothing out of it really. Seattle's playing solidly, yeah. How I feel about it. My opinion. So, see how the second half goes. Second half starts soon. Second half starting soon. Second half, here we go. Do you think Seattle could score another, or can Miami come back? I think Seattle has to score another, in my opinion. I think Seattle can score another. I think they have to. If they don't, Miami, I think, can take this to penalties. I think they very likely could take this to penalties, Miami. If not win 2-1. Whether that's out of their own power and amazingness or the fact that there's bullshit that helps them. Seattle has to score a second to at least ensure a penalty shootout, if not ensure the win. If they don't do that, they're probably going to F around and find out. So, do with that what you will. Second half, here we go. Because Roman's always been a part-timer recently. And also he's filming a movie, so. Second half, here we go. Touchdown Miami, 14-7 halftime. Second half, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I'm surprised Carson Beck's actually good. I thought Georgia carried his ass. Turns out he's actually good. Second half, here we go. Second half, here we go. Here we go. Second half. 1-0 for Seattle with 45 minutes to go. Can they hold on, or will Miami make them F around and find out? Here we go. Here comes Miami. Second half, here we go. Well. Okay. Second half, here we go. Seattle to kick off. And here we go. 45 minutes, we tick up to 90. Tie, we go to penalties. And Roldan, Alex Roldan has the ball, but he loses it. Can Miami build out from here? They choose not to go fast. That's going to be stupid. Busquets goes down. Stoppage of play. Rock down. Playing forward. .46 minute. Playing forward. Alba. Horrible cross. Gets cleared away by Seattle. Playing forward. Playing forward. .47 minute. .71.8. Alba. Playing forward. Yeah. I will say if somebody's got to get traded to be RJ, but ideally you keep them together. Playing forward. Shot over the bar by Miami. Fair, definitely. 1-0, 1-0, 49th minute. Miami's pushing. Seattle's basically daring Miami to get a goal at this point so far throughout the second half, but we'll see. Shot over the bar by Messi. Oh, my. That was the moment. That was the moment to get the goal. Alba crossed in, got played on to Messi by Suarez. That was the moment. That was the moment if you're Miami. And Suarez puts it high and over. Big fumble from Messi. Is that a hat flick? Well, if I had one on. I don't have one on. Playing forward, 50th minute. I mean, it would be a hat flick if I had a hat on. I don't, though. And I won't for the review, so no, it won't be. Playing forward, 50th minute. 1-0 for Seattle. Seattle's asking Miami, daring Miami to score, and they almost got bit right there. Luckily, Messi choked. Playing forward. Blocked. Seattle stepping forward. Wow, like how that's not normal for Messi. Do we blame it on the turf? Rock attacking. Rock pushed forward. Ball crossed in. Header. Playing forward. Over the top. Ustadi kicks it away. 52nd minute. Playing forward. Blocked away. Rock. Crosses in. Nowhere. Fry. Throw in for Seattle. Yeah, you can't give them a chance like that if you're Seattle, exactly. I would agree with that. .53rd minute. Jordan Morris in the press box. Playing forward. Shoulder injury, okay. Playing forward. See, sometimes that doesn't make any sense. Messi plays it short to DePaul, and now they can pull forward. Waste of time for sure. Advantage played. DePaul switches the play. Fry crosses in. Suarez saved by Thomas. He gets his hand to it and covers it. Obviously makes sense. Playing forward. Playing forward. Miami's actually playing better now, as I said. '55th minute. Playing forward. 56th minute. Italy's the next Grand Prix. So that would be September 7th. September 7th is the next Grand Prix this year, which is in Italy, Monza. Then Baku is the weekend of the 19th, 21st. I mean, they haven't given me a reason to cover them. I wish they were doing better, but watching their matches, I mean, they normally play on the same day as Toronto, and they don't play any big matches like Champs Cup or playoffs. I mean, they haven't really given me a reason or ability to cover them, so I wouldn't say no, but it hurts to see them fall off as hard as they did after season one. Just to put it like that. Playing forward. So. For 57th minute. Playing forward, Segovia has the ball blocked away, out for a corner. Smart play, 58th minute. '58th minute. '58th minute. I mean, not exactly. I just think it's tough to even if you're the best team, in Saudi or MLS, it's hard to win trophies, especially ones that actually mean something. They're very similar leagues to a point of they got stars, but everybody's got stars. Not everybody's got Messi. People want to see Messi win. Not everybody's got Cristiano, but they got stars. And then there's other leagues where they got talented damn players as well. So it's just weird that Miami's laid an egg when it matters the most. Like the first round last year versus Vancouver, first month today. Last year, Messi didn't even play the Leagues Cup. They were defending champions. It is what it is. They lost to Columbus. Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of expected that to happen at the time. But Houston, let's not forget that Open Cup final. Playing forward. Here's the shot. Allende! Put it wide! No way! Allende! Put it wide! Yeah, that's a hat flick, but I don't have my hat on. Oh, no. Allende gonna get a lot of shit now. Those Miami fans didn't want him to start. And he just missed. He just put it wide. How are you one-on-one and put it wide? Wow. You gotta be kidding me. Hmm. 60th minute, 30 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, 1-0, 1-0. Miami is starting to Costa Rienzi on for De La Vega, and I think D-Row Jr.'s off as well. How many more bullets do you have to dodge, Sounders? Yep, they shouldn't have got rid of him, but hey, Portland's gain. Miami's loss is Portland's gain. They shouldn't have got rid of him. Playing for Denny Leyva on for Ose's Di Rosario. Yeah, Seattle's going all out in defense. The goal's coming for Miami. They're shooting themselves in the foot. But hey, at least you think, hey, works for you, I guess. Playing forward. Alba. Ball crossed in. Header down. Falcon. 61st minute. Playing forward. Oh! Free kick for Miami? What? 61st minute. Nah, that's some bullshit. Playing forward. Yeah, which is why I think they made the subs that they did for more defense. Player forward. Playing forward. Playing forward. Miami trying to find an answer. Playing forward. Here's a chance. DePaul goes down. Free kick for Miami. Wave after wave for Miami. Seattle is suffering. Caught by Thomas. Playing forward. Segovia gives it. Plays it back. Jordi Alba. Seattle wins this. They're going to hold on by the skin of their teeth. Let's put it like that. Well, if they win outright. If they win on penalties, well, that's winning on penalties. Playing forward. Messi chips it through. Jordi Alba over the bar. Goal kick. Corner. Is the referee just giving them to Miami now? Corner for Miami. Nope. Yeah, I thought it was a goal kick. Turns out. Here comes Miami. Suarez dumps it back. Messi. Shot blocked away. Good steal by Allende. Doesn't make up for the freaking shot he missed. But, 65th minute. Playing forward. Bad giveaway. Ferreira plays it forward. Rothrock. Colsa Rienzi making a run. Out for a corner. Still 1-0. 1-0. Corner. Cross in. Header cleared away. Hurricanes are about to score another touchdown. Damn it. Playing forward. Cross in. Header. Shot cleared away. Clear the damn ball out of the box before you screw some up. Here's Miami. Dumps it back and loses it. Free kick for Seattle. 67th minute. '68th minute. Free kick the other way. What? '68th minute. Cross in. Header. Punched away by Ustadi. Second shot cleared. Whoa! Out for a goal kick. Rothrock almost. 69th minute throw-in. That was practically almost an own goal. Yep. That's Miami's defense for you. 69th minute. Playing forward. Free kick the other way. What was he doing, Busquets? That was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb. Free kick. Header. Messi. Steal by Baker Whiting. But that's a free kick, though. All right. Free kick for Seattle, 70th minute. Playing forward. Feels like Miami's going to tie. If you asked me 5 minutes ago, I agree. 21-7 Miami. Stop. I don't need to be reminded. Come on now. I don't want to hear about it unless Notre Dame comes back. Fafa Pico coming on for Ian Fry. He ain't the problem, but okay. Ian Fry off for Fafa Pico. How about take off Agende? Playing it bright. Like, yeah, no, Miami needs, like, pure pace. I agree. But for Ian Fry, offside. Mascherano's a dumbass, isn't he? I mean, Fafa's a good player, but Miami's going 3 in the back. I would rather go 3 in the back with Fry than frickin' Falcon and Lujan, but okay, sure. DePaul plays it forward. 72nd minute. Here comes Rothrock all alone. He can put it away. Ustadi makes the save. Falcon keeps it alive. Fafa Pico steals the ball. Advantage played. Sounders steal free kick for Miami. Miami has plot armor. I agree with that. Playing forward. Wrong number 21 to play it to, man. What a save. 74th minute. Blocked by Fafa Pico. Throw in for Miami. Okay. Playing forward. Alba. DePaul. Falcon plays it to Busquets. Busquets. Playing forward. Alba. Cross in. He couldn't get it to Fafa. Good steal by Rothrock. No, it was Costa Rienzi who had made that steal. Even better then. Playing forward. How's Miami not winning with the talent they have? Because Seattle's a good team. Also turf. Seattle's doing all they can to hold on as well, I believe. Yes, they have a lot of talent, but they're doing all they can to hold on. They're being a little bit dirty. But Jordi Alba. Bright. Chipped over. Header. Advantage played. I was like, I don't know about that. Header to Thomas. He covers it before Fafa gets there. 75th minute. 15 more minutes to go. Playing forward. Never been shut out in Leagues Cup, Miami. Playing forward. Oh, nice steal by Segovia, but he tried. Falcon heads it on. 76th minute. Jordi Alba, what the hell is going on? 77th minute. Honestly, understandable thought process. Playing forward. Jordi Alba. That's out for a corner for Miami. 77th minute. They're running out of time just to get the second goal, let alone the first. Georgie is coming on for Ferreira. No. Seattle's definitely put in some dirty tackles, but hell, Miami has too. But Seattle's done more. With that being said, I feel like Seattle might just grind this one out. Throw in for Miami. Playing forward. DePaul. Bright. Jordi Alba. Segovia. DePaul in through, and nobody ran to get the shot. DePaul just did it himself. They should have ran for it. 78th minute. Want to see Jesus Ferreira play more. What, to trip over his damn feet? That's nice. I'm sad they took out Osei as early as they did. I wanted to see him play more. 78th minute. Alba. 0-1. 0-1. Or 1-0. 1-0. My bad. Playing forward. Talented player overall, to be fair. Playing forward. Messi. In through. Ball crossed in. Nobody. Horrible cutback. Messi should have just taken it himself. But he didn't, because of course he didn't. Block corner for Miami. 79th minute. Jordi Alba. 79th minute. Well, Fafa Pico's on, so that's good news for you. Caught by Thomas. Horrible corner. Miami chasing. They do. Seattle has a really solid team. I agree. I said they were back for a reason. Playing forward. Header. Corner. They're pissed at the ref. They're asking for a pen. Probably the only way they are going to score. Corner. Messi needs to shoot on the other side of the box. He keeps going middle. Let's see. I mean, that did hit his arm. That did hit his arm, but he pulled it in. Well, he thought Notre Dame were going to win. Because Carson Beck, I thought he was a shitty quarterback who got carried by Georgia. Simple. I mean, the ball did hit his arm, but he pulled it in. Wasn't at his side, though. Corner for DePaul. It's going to be a corner for Miami. And ball don't lie, I guess. Horrible giveaway. Penalty for Seattle, I'm guessing. And it's a penalty for Seattle. Penalty for Seattle. Yep. Well, that's it. If Ustadi doesn't make this save, Seattle's going to win the Leagues Cup. Penalty for Seattle. Georgie gets taken down by Yannick Bright. I mean, it's a risky tackle for sure. It's a risky tackle. He doesn't get the ball. He gets the side of his leg. I mean, slide tackle. Gets the side of his leg. Doesn't get the ball. I mean, he kicks the ball away and he gets the back of his leg. I don't think they can overturn it. I mean, that's a penalty. I hate Seattle. I don't like Seattle, but that's definitely a penalty. And Georgie, I don't think he'll take it, but never mind, that is a pen. Christian Roldan's going to take it. Christian Roldan can wrap up the Leagues Cup for Seattle. If he makes this penalty, he could wrap it up for Seattle. If he misses somehow, Christian Roldan to take the penalty to seal the Leagues Cup for Seattle. Or no, it's Alex Roldan. Twin Magic. Yeah, this referee is a jackass, but, you know, I mean, Miami got anti-Miami, I should say. They got anti-Miami bullshitted. Arguably. No Miami bullshit at all. Honestly, it's been Seattle got some bullshit to help them. Ustadi versus Alex Roldan. Alex Roldan to wrap it up for Seattle. Roldan versus Ustadi. Shot, goal! Alex Roldan scores! 2-0. 2-0. Alex Roldan puts away the penalty. '83rd minute. 2-0, 2-0. Well, this sucks for Messi. Bottle jobs are Miami once again. What do you know? What a joke of a team. Bottle jobs are Miami. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? Bottle jobs. 2-0. Miami's a fraud. Damn, man. Damn. 85th minute. 2-0. And Bride is off because he just threw away the damn League's Cup. If Seattle didn't miss those 2 chances, what'd I tell you about Fry? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? He wasn't the one who should have went out. Playing forward, 86th minute. Same as Kromashki. Well, Kromashki's getting sold. He's not even on the bench. Playing forward. Miami hasn't done much this final. Because Messi hasn't done much. Simple. '86th minute. 2-0. Cross in. Blocked away. Miami's pushing for one. They got to get one before stoppage time to have any chance in hell of getting a second. They won't, though. Tata was a bad manager. That's not a hot take. It's true. If you want to make a hot take, say Mascherano's a bad manager. Not that I think that's a hot take. He honestly probably is. But Xavi didn't want this damn job, so playing forward. I think they screwed up when they fired Phil Neville, honestly, in my opinion. Playing top of the box, Suarez plays it right to a Sounders player's legs. 87th minute. Oh, he said better. I didn't read it. It's that stupid $sign thing. I think they both suck, really. I think they both suck. I think Messi's carried this team under both managers. I think they both suck. I think Xavi would have been the best of the 3, and honestly, that's still Messi's friend. You know? But at least I think Xavi would at least make some smart decisions. Mascherano is worse. I say Mascherano's slightly worse. Only because he wasn't really that good with Argentina either, but the U20s. Tata's slightly better, but that's not saying anything. But Tata's had a longer career. You know? That's about all that says. That's all that says. You do realize that Tata Martino was a Nepo hire, too. Goal. Seattle's going to make it 3. I'm guessing. Rolled on. Plays it forward. Paul Rothrock jumps on it. Paul Rothrock! Goal! Goal for Paul Rothrock! Hey, Toronto, why'd you get rid of him, dumbasses? Paul Rothrock, what a banger of a play. Awesome run. Good steal, and he scores 3-0. '89th minute. 3-0. You know what? This kind of does remind me of MLS Cup 2019. Miami couldn't find the goal to save their damn life. Just like Toronto couldn't until Josie scored 3 minutes like into stoppage time or whatever. This legitimately reminds me of MLS Cup 2019. Pillar to post. Pillar to post. 3 goals for the Sounders, all 3 against the run of play. Miami couldn't find a goal to save their lives, and for a part of the game, they were the better team. At least possession-wise. There were also times where Toronto shot themselves in the foot offensively, just like Miami did here, but I think Miami did it worse. So, do that what you will. That's exactly what this game is. Except this time, I'm not sad about it. Paul Rothrock coming off. Yep. Because Miami is a shit team. Let's be real. Kim Ki-hee's coming on for Paul Rothrock. Oh, somebody actually took up Seattle on their deal. Here's the funny part. Seattle gave out Paul Rothrock jerseys for Messi jerseys. He scored the goal to basically shut this game down, and it's full time. Seattle Sounders have won the League's Cup. Seattle Sounders have won the League's Cup. 3-0, 3-0, full time. Seattle Sounders have won the League's Cup 2025. I was wrong about this game because I thought there'd be Miami bullshit. There was not Miami bullshit. They played like bullshit. And there's a fight. And there's a fight. What the hell is going on? Miami is... Well, what do you know? Miami are freaking sore losers. What do you know? What do you know? A bunch of sore losers. Exactly. A bunch of sore losers. A bunch of sore losers. What do you know? Holy shit, it is actually a fight. Holy shit, it actually is a fight. Bunch of sore losers. Miami are. Bunch of sore losers, you fraud team. You bunch of frauds. Bent but didn't break. Good for Seattle. What a bunch of frauds Miami are. What a bunch of frauds. Suarez gonna bite. Suarez is a bad dog. Suarez gonna bite. You know what? That's a good idea, though. That's actually a good idea. I love that. I love that, though. Get a protection dog, like a Malinois or a Cane Corso, and name it Suarez because it's going to bite. That's a genius idea, though. No joke. That is a wonderful idea. That is a wonderful idea. That is a wonderful idea. Suarez spit on the other dude. Well, of course he did. What a bitch. What a bitch. Can't bite. He'll spit. Huh. Well, ain't that some? That was a good game, though. With that being said, Suarez is an asshole. Yeah. He is. I mean, dude's bit like 3 people. Also, like, handballed against Uruguay, or for Uruguay against Ghana. Yeah. Suarez spit it on somebody, and that's what starts the fight. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And the Sounders have won the Leagues Cup. Damn good performance from them. They bent but didn't break. They grinded it out and scored 2 more goals. Late on. Lovely for them. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations to the Sounders. Commiserations to Inter Miami. Felicidades, Seattle. Commiserations, Inter Miami. I got to review this game. So with that being said, I'll see you later. I'm out. Peace.